out of it. So, but yeah, and it's been that way ever since. So.
Was it before that too, or did it just start when you were at work that day?
It's been before that, but it was noticed that day. So, but it's been a while, and I've been kind of jittery and nervous for the past couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm going to go over some questions, and some of them are going to probably maybe be a little bit repetitive, but my goal is to be very thorough with you.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go back to some of your original story here in a little bit, and maybe get some more details from that.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of your activity patterns, can you tell me about your average sleeping, eating, exercise over the last 7 days?
Haven't been exercising in the past week. My sleep, I'm probably getting like 4 to 5 hours a night because of the insomnia.
What time do you go to bed at night?
I would say I go to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning, typically.
Is that normal for you?
Yeah, it's pretty normal for me.
Even outside of the 2 weeks before this stuff started?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've always gone to bed around that time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what time in right now, what time are you, so if you're going to bed about 2, what time are you waking up?
I'm waking up at about 5 or 6 usually, so.
Okay. And so in the past, since you said you're getting less sleep right now, what time would you wake up normally?
Maybe 7 or 8, because I got to be at work at 9.
So you might get an extra hour or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how long does it take you to fall asleep?
It takes a while. Like I try to lay down at 12 or maybe 11. And,
Oh, okay.
So
you're trying, so when you go to bed, you're trying to go to bed around 11
mm-hmm.
or 12, but you're not falling asleep until
Yeah.
1 or 2.
I have a lot of thoughts on my mind, and so it's just kind of.
And that's always the case. But
Yeah.
more so right now.
Yeah, racing thoughts, and just have a lot, so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you fall asleep, after it takes you like an hour or 2 to fall asleep, how do you stay asleep until you wake up? Or do you wake up in the middle of the night?
It depends, but there are some nights that I wake up a lot. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when you're waking up a lot, are you able to go back to sleep?
It takes 10-20 minutes sometimes.
So not too long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you wake up in the morning, do you lay there awake for a while before you get up?
No, I'm usually pretty up, pretty positive, and then I just get up. Yeah.
Get right out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then doesn't sound like you oversleep, but is there any time that you're oversleeping in the morning?
No, not really.
Okay. Have you lost any weight this month?
Nothing notable. No.
Okay. Did you gain any weight this month?
Not really. No, nothing out of the ordinary. Just
I know
eating regularly.
Okay. I know you mentioned exercise, but I'm gonna just ask you this again. How much do you usually exercise?
I mean, just kind of. I don't intentionally go out and exercise.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell me about your nutrition in the last 30 days.
I've been eating generally fine. I do consume a lot of chocolate. So
What kind of chocolate?
There's that. Usually dark chocolate and milk chocolate. I like Hershey's and stuff. So I
okay.
eat,
So
yeah. Mm-hmm. So I eat a lot of
sounds
chocolate.
good.
And then like I really like coffee, but I've tried to limit myself to 2 cups a day.
How often are you successful to the 2 cups a day limitation?
In the past week or so, I've been pretty good. Previously, I might have, and that's why I put a limit on myself in the past couple weeks, was just to kind of help regulate and stuff.
Okay. So how much were you drinking when it was excessive?
I could do like 3 to 4 cups.
And how much do you consider a cup? Like if you were to gauge this cup right here.
Probably a mug like this, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've tried to limit myself to kind of help and try to work on my insomnia and stuff like that. So
when you drink coffee, is it just pot of coffee, or do you go through and get like Dutch Bros with like extra caffeine?
It doesn't matter. I'm an enthusiast, so yeah. I mean, like I drink a lot of. I mean, but black coffee's also a good basic standard. So yeah. But you know, like I'll try to do 2 cups a day. Nothing more.
Just regular coffee though, pretty much most of the time. What
Yeah.
about energy drinks?
So I do drink a lot of cola and tea.
On top of the coffee?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So, but you know, like I want to stay away from the coffee, so I only do 2 cups a day. I don't do anything more than that because I'm trying to limit myself on that because I know it's not super good for
So
me.
how much soda do you think you drink?
You know, I probably drink whatever those things are, those personal ones. Like I'd probably drink 2 of those a day, and then
Like, do you get them at 7-Eleven, or do you get them
Yeah.
they in the bottle with a lid?
they're in the bottle with the lid, but you know, like you can get
Like
them
the
at
liter
7-Eleven. Not liter size. More the personal ones.
Like the
'cause-
ones that are like this size?
Yeah. When I'm at work, that's what I
Like
want
a
to drink.
pot machine?
Yeah, definitely.
And so are you drinking Mountain Dew, or are you drinking cola?
It's caffeinated for sure. I don't drink diet or anything, but you know, sometimes it's Mountain Dew, sometimes it's Coke. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're drinking 2 of those?
2 of those a day. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you drink tea, what's your preference? Like green tea or black tea?
I like Snapple tea and
Oh, okay.
Arizona tea. So
And they're caffeinated as well?
yeah, typically.
Okay. And are you drinking any water?
Um,
Or is your water kind of consumed part of the tea or something?
yeah, I mean, not really drinking water that much.
Okay.
So
All right, we'll get back to more of like your food stuff in just a minute.
yeah, I mean, I guess I wasn't completely honest with you earlier. I mean, when they found out my pulse was that irregular, I did go to the emergency room.
Oh, you did?
Because they were a little concerned. So
Because it was 105?
yeah, because it was consistently that for a good duration. So
What did they, so do you mind me asking what they determined at the emergency room to be the cause? You can take a minute, it's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they were saying I was just too nervous and hyper, and so they were concerned, so they took me to the emergency room.
Okay. But the emergency room didn't, what did they do when you got there?
Well, they referred me here to
Okay.
to see what's going on and kind of get some mental help for some reason. So,
Okay. Did they talk to you about anything specific at the ER?
not that I can remember.
Okay.
I was having trouble paying attention, so
Were you there for very long?
I think I was there for maybe an hour or 2.
Oh, so not that long.
But yeah,
They do an IV or anything like that?
I think they did. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe we can sign a release of information, and I can see if there's any more information that they have that you're not remembering before we go. If you're open to that, we'll talk about that before we end.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me that though, because that is a little bit hopeful. That's good to know. So in terms of your physical activity, which of these have you experienced in the last 2 weeks? So we talked about your heart rate, right? Are you having shortness of breath with that?
Not really.
Okay. What about stomach or nausea? Stomach ache, right?
No, I'm pretty fine with that.
Okay. So do you ever have the feeling that you might lose control or have a fear of losing control?
No, I'm just kind of scattered and yeah.
Okay.
No.
Do you have any dizziness or lightheadedness?
I mean, I have some headaches.
Headaches.
And I am taking some medication for that, but I do have some significant headaches.
I think before we go any further, why don't you tell me about what medications you are on that are prescribed to you?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just taking some over-the-counter stuff for some frequent headaches, but I don't remember the name of the drug that I'm taking.
Okay. Is it, and it's for headache?
Yeah.
And it's not over the counter?
It is over the counter.
Oh, so is it like an Advil family or Tylenol family?
I think so,
Something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And,
But the headaches are fairly frequent, so I've been taking that, to help with them. So.
how are you taking it as the bottle suggests? The dose?
Yeah.
So when it tells you to take, let's just say it says take 1 to 2 tablets every 6 hours, do not exceed 8 tablets in a 24-hour period. Are you following those rules?
I think I am following those rules,
Okay.
yeah.
Good,
Mhm.
that's nice. Is there anything that the doctor's prescribing to you specifically besides the over-the-counter medication? Do you have asthma? Do you take an inhaler?
No, yeah, that's kind of the only thing I'm taking.
Okay. Is there anything that's not over-the-counter that you're taking, let's say? Are you taking any like illegal drugs? Or ones that aren't prescribed to you?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So thank you for telling me about your headaches. I want to ask you one more thing about those. So are you having headaches from morning till night, all day, every day?
They're pretty frequent, so like it's not constant, but it's every couple hours, so.
And then have you ever noticed a pattern with your headaches being associated or with the drinks that you like? Like, does coffee help get the headache to go away?
Well, I mean, I'd say it's probably tied to the caffeine if I had to take a guess at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you think that the pills that you take do anything for the headache, help? Or is
I
it
mean, they help minimize it.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever have excessive sweating?
Not notably. Like, I mean, there's been some times where I've been sweating because I'm a little stressed out and because of the headaches and stuff like that.
Does it happen at night?
Maybe it has once or twice. I haven't really noticed anything too significant.
Okay. Do you ever feel like you're like choking? Or maybe a fear of dying?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I noticed that you're fidgety. When you try to hold still, is there any trembling or shaking, like, that you can't control?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to stay still.
Okay. And so if you were to like hold your hand out, does it have a little shake to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that pretty consistent all day, every day?
It's pretty consistent, yeah.
Okay. And when you go to bed at night, does it stop when you're sleeping?
When I'm sleeping, I don't know. I
So
would
you
guess
don't-
it would stop.
So when you're starting to relax and go to bed, you notice that your body starts to relax a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. How late do you drink caffeine at night?
It just depends. I mean, I try to. I mean, I drink my 2 cups of coffee usually like when I'm at work.
Okay.
But like, I try to not drink it too close to bed. But
When was
sometimes
the last time you like do you buy a soda on your way out the door at night at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what about your Snapples or your Arizona teas? Do you have those in the fridge at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like when you have dinner or you have your bedtime snack, that would be the beverage that you'd go to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any chills or hot flashes?
No, not really.
What about tingling in your fingers or your face?
Yeah, I definitely have some. Yeah, it tingles.
Okay. Do you have any pain in your chest or discomfort?
No.
Besides like anxiety feeling, I get that anxiety and nervousness sometimes makes you a little bit but like we don't have any like chest pain.
Yeah, no, I don't have any chest pain.
Okay. Okay, do you have any detachment feelings, like feeling detached?
I mean, I can get pretty out of it because I can get distracted, but I don't really. I mean, that's all I can really
probably tell you about that.
So like those are all physical anxiety symptoms that we've been talking about. Have you noticed